Welcome to Forbidden Planet 42 and welcome to Behind the Scenes at Forbidden Planet. This time with Forbidden Planet's longest serving member of staff, a man who has been with us for 37 years, no less. I couldn't be talking about anybody other than Anfield's finest, Mr. Jon Harrison. How are you, mate?
Well, that was an exuberant intro, but I expect nothing less from you.
Well, there we go. This is particularly at this time in the morning, mate. You won't be watching it this time in the morning, but I'm not a morning person. How are you, man?
I'm good, feeling good. Always good to see you.
Yeah, always good to see you too, brother. So before I ask you about your job role and for you to explain what it is that you do, I know that in addition to being Forbidden Planet's longest serving member of staff and a fellow refugee from Merseyside, that you have a cosmic connection to Forbidden Planet, the movie from which our retail chain takes its name, right?
Yeah, obviously, I have a cosmic link to Leslie Nielsen and Robbie the Robot, and therefore Forbidden Planet, because both Forbidden Planet and I were born in 1957. So
yeah, all right, mate.
I couldn't escape that destiny.
Yeah, no, you're hot wired straight into it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I take it you must have seen the original movie more than once, like most of us.
Yeah, it's one of those things that when it comes up, usually on TCM on a Saturday afternoon, I always find it really surprising how well it stands up. I mean, my big love in life is, Universal monsters. I fell in love with Frankenstein and Dracula as a small boy, King Kong, not Universal, but another great love. And I still watch those. I've still got those on DVD. But I watch those and I know they don't stand the test of time. But 60 odd years on, Forbidden Planet still does. It's still a very strong film. The imagery is fantastic in it.
Yeah, and Walter Pidgeon's great in it as well, isn't he? He's really good. Yeah. I take it back in the day. Did you ever see that? That musical, which is on actually just around the corner from the store, The Return to the Forbidden Planet?
No, it was one of those things that was always coming in and out of and we used to do sort of advertising and cross promotions with them, and they'd sort of offer me tickets, and whatever the time that they did, I never could make it, so it was never something I ever caught up with.
It's brilliant, actually, mate. It's absolutely well worth seeing. I mean, it's one of the most enjoyable musicals. I'm a big musicals fan. It's one of the most enjoyable musicals I've ever seen. It's if you get the chance, they've revived it once or twice. It's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, no, it does keep coming back every once in a while.
Yeah, right on. So mate, you're our marketing manager. Do you want to explain for the customers what it is that you actually do?
Yeah, it's a very broad basket of jobs. I mean, part of it is I've got a team who work for me who put the stuff on the website and the look of the website, the banners and that sort of thing. Also covers the social media, Twitter, Facebook. Thinking about the job, it can run from the sort of quite mundane to the spectacularly glamorous. I think it's probably the only job in Britain where in the morning you can be putting in an order for carrier bags to go to the stores, and then in the afternoon you're hosting a signing event with Samuel L. Jackson and M. Night Shyamalan. It covers a broad church, And because I've been here so long, there's a lot of things that even if it doesn't fall within marketing, it's something I've probably done in the past.
Yeah, right on.
I've been here such a long time, and I've done so many different things throughout the company. There's a lot of talents and a lot of things that I know about. Run the convention when we did conventions and when we did signing sessions, and hope they'll be back soon. We hope. That's also part of my responsibility.
And you run our booths at the various Comic Cons in the UK as well, don't you?
Yeah, run the MCM and Destination Star Trek and Easter Cons and whatever else.
Mate, let's have a quick closer look at your on-brand T-shirt there.
Yeah, the Bolland Classic.
Yeah, this is the classic People Like Us shop at by Bolland.
Yeah.
So in the interview I did with Bolland the other day, I might have sent this to you already, I can't remember. He had the original artwork for that, which he sent over to us, which looks beautiful to see all the pen strokes in it and whatnot.
Oh, I mean, well, you can't argue.
He's a brilliant, an amazing talent, that guy.
Yeah.
So in all this time you've been here, having met, so many visitors to the store and having, been through so many of the signings, Are there any that in particular stick out for you, mate?
Well, I did lie, because for years I'd always said, I think I've met everybody I wanted to meet, but I will have to retire when I get Bruce Campbell. And I got Bruce Campbell, and I still haven't retired. But yeah, people watching this are going to throw up and hate me now. But I've met so many people. I've been for a beer with Leatherface and Darth Vader together. I've been hugged by Bruce Campbell. I've met Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, the thing is, quite often I don't get excited until I'm on the tube going home, because when I'm doing something, when I'm doing a signing or an event, I'm working, and it's the job, and I've got to look after the guests and the customers and everything else. And it's only like, man, I've just been hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I do. The story I always wheel out, and I know because I've seen some of Steve Byfield's interview, I'm sort of treading on his toes here as well. But I mean, one of the earliest things was I was coming back to this store from my lunch break in Denmark Street, and saw Nick Landau talking to an elderly gentleman in a raincoat and a trilby hat outside number 23. And Nick said, "John, I'd like you to meet Ray Harryhausen." And I did genuinely lose the power of speech. I just, that was, I started high, after that, everybody else is great, but, that's the Godhead for so many of us who work here.
Yeah, no, that is fantastic. Everybody has the person that makes them speechless, right? I mean, that is the way it works. And of course, one thing John mentioned there, should you ever now see and recognise Jon Harrison at Forbidden Planet when in the store, he is absolutely very huggable. So go up and give him a big hug. Yeah, and he will reciprocate. He's a very warm gentleman.
I have been hugged by customers in the past. It's not unknown.
Right on. And you and your team give amazing service. Why wouldn't you be hugged, mate? You know what I mean? On that note, do you have any messages for our customers?
Well, obviously, when it is safe to do so, the hugging is important. No, I think really, I guess the message is thank you. Why have I been here so long? It's not the wages. It's always been the people. And when I say the people, I mean everybody from Nick and Vivian down here. It's such a great environment. It's one of the few workplaces where you come in every day and everybody's talking about Buffy or Lovecraft Country or whatever's the hot new movie, game, whatever. So you don't get that in so many workplaces. But it's meeting the creators and the artists, the people you like and enjoy their work. Of course, that's exciting. But, it's also the customers have always been great. They're always, the love they feel for Forbidden Planet, particularly when we're hosting the events, and we're giving them the chance to meet these people, and that you can feel the vibe, and that's always extremely pleasurable. So, thank you for that, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, mate. And that love is eminently and always reciprocated. And here, John. Thanks for chatting to us this morning. I know you're a very busy man, and I appreciate you carving out the 10 minutes. That's awesome.
No problem.
You take care of yourself. So you have been watching Forbidden Planet 42 and behind the scenes at Forbidden Planet with the eminently huggable, when it's safe to do so, Mr. Jon Harrison. Thank you, mate. Right. It's always great to see you.
Thanks
Take care, man.
Cheers. Bye-bye.